Brazil, of course, taking to the field for the first time in this edition of the most prestigious festival in world football. No doubt looking for a performance to set a tone. There's his great vocal support. There are many, many who have travelled to watch them, and every one of those supporters willing them to give everything back for the cause. It is beautifully set here. The Mineral, a truly impressive arena here, high up in the great altitude of Belo Horizonte. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem, now to match it. The imperative for everyone, 3 points on opening day.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Coutinho. He's a real magician with a wand of a right foot. His control is brilliant, and he can pick out a through pass with the very best in the world. He's also scored plenty of long-range efforts in his time too, so defences will need to be sure not to give him time to line up a shot.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Willian. Now it's Neymar. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Coutinho. Willian. Good ball. Hits one! Goal! Brazil! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
So we have our breakthrough.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
And it's Blint. Promise. In by Promise. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Coutinho tries to get it forward quickly. Alexandro going through. Beautifully done. And he's there to cut it out. Wijnaldum gets good distance on it. Alexandro. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Willian gets the better of his man, nicely controlled. And the defence can get it clear. Ake. Brazil are in control here on the brink of half-time. Van der Beek, and help's available out wide. Header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
This was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
And it's Neymar. Wijnaldum. Berghuis. Berghuis really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a mic.
And we've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Brazil, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action has already resumed here.
Brazil going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Ake is charging up on the overlap. Lovely bit of skill there. Thiago Silva battles to win it back. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Arthur. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Neymar. Wijnaldum. Memphis Depay. Berghuis. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Memphis Depay.
The Netherlands showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
And it's Memphis Depay. Defenders on the back foot. It's come through. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Ake. Berghuis. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Richarlison. Alexandro. Lovely bit of skill. Neymar looking as though he's being given special treatment here. Treatment he could well do without.
Well, he could end up like a lost sheep, Peter, because they're trying to shepherd him everywhere he doesn't want to go.
Over to the left. Berghuis.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Arthur. It is just a question of running down the clock now. And it's Alexandro. Marquinhos. And that's it. Pretty much the ideal start. A win on the first day and a platform on which to build. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, ideally, any new campaign needs a start that puts 3 points on the board, and it's mission accomplished. Nothing too fancy was required, just a good solid team display for me.